let's get right into it. Trying a new format, showing up for the people. So I want to talk about something because it's quite disturbing, right? I want to talk about this here, right? This news story. The news story is coming out of Lebanon, Israel, Syria, about the Israelis basically who have come up with a new technology where they have figured out a way to warm up and send a signal to a lithium battery, and then to cause the battery to accelerate its warming process and then explode. Now, this is extremely controversial. I've seen people say that they think that the Israelis put explosives in the phones. Now, I've watched a couple of people that are experts like Scott Ritter and also an ex-CIA analyst talk about this, okay? And they discussed it. They said it would be extremely hard for the Israelis to get into the supply chain and then insert plastic explosives in pagers, cell phones, walkie-talkies by the hundreds, if not thousands, and then have them shipped into Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, Palestine, etc. Now, so that said, it's possible but not probable. So they, I think those weapons experts are right. What we're looking at is some technology that they didn't want to expose, but they feel threatened, so now they're going to do it, right? And so what we're seeing is a burgeoning technology, a new technology, where they can send signals that excite these lithium batteries to warm and then exponentially continue to warm up until they explode. They're not putting explosives from what these two experts are saying. Scott Ritter said it, and then a CIA analyst said it. I'll post the links. That's not what it is. They figured out how to weaponize lithium batteries. Okay, so that's what we're kind of looking at here, right? The ability to weaponize lithium batteries. So, which is incredible. Now, this leads into some other interesting ramifications, right? And I'm going to talk about that, right? This stealth technology that they've obviously perfected and had for probably, I don't know, a number of years, and they figured out how to explode lithium batteries, right? They figured out how to cause lithium batteries to explode. And that's not surprising. If you understand who you're dealing with, it's not surprising, right? And I told people that before. You don't understand who you're dealing with, who and what you're dealing with. I've made that statement on this channel. Now, do you understand what I mean when I say that? You don't understand who and what you're dealing with, right? And I think now you'll start to understand. This is the synagogue of Satan, as it is written in Revelations 2:9 and 3:9. Right? This is who you're dealing with. They're not. I don't know what people are thinking. You see, you're dealing with people that have technology that's way beyond the technology that you have, and you have to ask yourself, why is that? Where did they get it from, and who gave it to them? Right? Who gave them the technology to turn switch into basically pocket bombs, right? Who did this? Who? Right? Who did it? Right? Their father did it, right? That's why they call the synagogue of Satan. Let's take a look at something. So, former Israeli space chief, NBC News, former Israeli space chief says extraterrestrials exist and Trump knows about it. You notice there's a lot going on with Donald Trump right now, right? Now, but I'm not going to get into that. But what is interesting is this new technology, right? Where are they getting this technology from, right? Where are they getting this technology from? You're seeing already reports of these UFOs being tracked by the United States Air Force, Army, Navy, whatever, right? And they've been tracked for like 50 years. And while at the same time denying that they exist. And then you have this former Israeli space security chief coming out and saying that these people have been working with these so-called extraterrestrials for, decades. Now, I'm going to link the story. You can check it out. So, it's not hard to guess where they are getting this technology from, right? So I just wanted to put that in there. It's not hard to figure out how they're getting this tech, right? To turn batteries, lithium batteries into explosive devices, right? It's not hard to figure it out, you see? So, yeah, that's that. And so for the people saying, well, they're putting explosives in the phones. No, Scott Ritter and the CIA analyst that was on the LBC News was correct. They just figured it. Somehow they've been given some advanced technology. Right? They're getting advancements in tech. So I just wanted to cover that. And also, when I talk about some other things I want to talk about, let's go into that. So, when we talk about Revelations 3 and 9, right? The synagogue of Satan is not just hocus pocus, you see? When we talk about the synagogue of Satan, the Bible is talking about that. That's what it's talking about. These beings that they're involved with, you see, the overlords at the top of the pyramid, right? At the top of the pyramid, that's the overlords, you see. And so under that, you have the synagogue of Satan. That would be the top of the basically white supremacist power structure. That would be Israel, okay? So it's not really hard to figure out what's going on when you piece it together, right? And so, yeah, so that's who's giving them the technology, right? That's where they're getting the advancements in technology, you see? That's why they stay one step ahead of things for the moment, right? Which is coming to an end. And so you're dealing with the synagogue of Satan. Well, who is Satan, right? Satan is these guys, you see? Satan is the so-called galactic federation that these people are dealing with, right? They've made a deal with. Let me read through a little bit of this article. Let me skip the Galactic Federation bullshit. A former Israeli space security chief has sent eyebrows shooting heavenward, saying that Earthlings have been in contact with extraterrestrials. Okay? Who is assured? A respected The shed said the aliens were curious about humanity, blah, blah. Let's skip over that bullshit. He said cooperation agreements have been signed between species, including in the underground bases on Mars, with American astronauts and alien representatives. There's agreement between U.S. government and aliens. They signed a contract with us to do experiments. Okay? So Donald Trump is aware of all of this. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? And he went on to say some other interesting things. So basically, we know from that these people are involved with these aliens, so-called, right? And when we talk about the synagogue of Satan, that's what we're talking about, okay? That's where they're getting this technology from. So now that I covered that, I want to talk about a couple of other things. And so, let's talk, while we're on that, so while we're on the exploding devices, I want to mention one other thing, right? You want to know why your politicians, now you want to know why your politicians, when people like Benjamin Netanyahu, he comes to the Congress like the president of the U.S. and speaks, and they stand around clapping for him. And unanimously, everybody agrees with him. Now you know why. Is it because they actually agree with him and they like this guy and they love him? Not at all. They just don't want their cell phones to explode in their pockets or while they're driving down the highway with their children. You see? So, your boy Benji and gang, the Synagogue of Satan, they're so compliant because he's told them, like, listen, these people have been threatened. And he's probably told them, like, listen, I don't give a fuck whether you agree or not. Just do what I tell you to do. If you don't, okay, you will be driving down the highway, maybe your phone explodes and hits the windshield, hits you, your car crash, kills you and your children, right? Maybe your daughter's tablet explodes, your little 8-year-old daughter, right? Now you know why your so-called leadership is so compliant to them. Make sense? When they show up, they're passing laws in the U.S. for Israel to oppress you, and they're giving them $15 billion a year of your money. Even the black ones, even though they run an apartheid state against Arabs and blacks. You say, why are these black people putting up with that? They're just, we stand with Israel, right? What do they tell you? We stand unequivocally, unshakably, unbreakably, forever and ever and ever and ever with Israel. They all say it. Democrats, Republicans, everybody. Now you know why. They don't have a choice. You see? These people don't represent you. These people have captured you. You are their prisoner. Let's just be honest. They are prisoners of the Synagogue of Satan, and then they in turn hire them to capture you through a political system, right? Through your political system. And pass laws like you can't boycott Israel or you'll go to jail or something. You see? And you wonder why. They're like, yeah, Israel, we have an unshakable bond, unbreakable bond. I would say that too if somebody, I guess, I would say the same thing if somebody was, threatening to blow up my mother's cell phone. Nah, mama, please don't do it, Benji. Don't, not mama. He's like, yes, mama. Mama gonna get the fuck out of here if you don't go over there and vote and do what I tell you to do. Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, the Black Caucus, right? You had to ask yourself, how come these people are in like the USS Liberty, and kill U.S. soldiers. Right? They refuse to give American blacks reparations, but give them $15 billion a year in a racist apartheid state. And you have to ask yourself, you say, why is this happening? Is it just a coincidence? No, you stupid. It's happening because they threaten your leadership. More than likely, right? Now you see the technology, okay? You see? Now we go back to this. Exploring devices. There's a new phase of a war going on. Yeah, it's called World War III. Right? It's called World War III. And so, your leadership, they don't want their cell phones or their tablets or their children's tablets and phones blown up. Et cetera, right? And so, now you know. You say, oh, that's why they're so compliant. Yeah, nobody likes these people. It's the truth. They got a gun to their head. You see? Or better yet, a cell phone to their head, right? Better yet, a cell phone or a tablet. Right? I don't want to belabor the point. But now you know. Your political system has been captured by people who threaten them. What do you think Netanyahu came to Congress for? He came here to threaten them. He came here to tell them personally, if you don't do what the fuck I tell you to do, you get in my way, your cell phone might go off. Your wife's tablet or laptop might go boom. Right? While she's driving or, I don't know, at the computer. You don't want her to get blinded or blow her hands off or better yet, kill her, do you? Okay then. You know what to do. Stick to the program. This is the synagogue of Satan. Right? Total domination. Total control grid. Chips in the hand, mark of the beast. Chips in the forehead or the hand, right? So you shall not buy or sell unless you take the mark in your right hand or in your forehead. This is the mark of the beast. You think it's a game? I told people, I said, you have no idea what you're dealing with. Now, do you have an idea? You starting to get it? You starting to make sense to you? But I'm not just being bombastic. Right? So you fought 6 ways to Sunday with these people. You see? They got all your leadership by the balls. And you. I mean, they doing this thing, rank and file people. So what you think they'll do to your leadership? Right? They doing this to just random people. Children, random people, so-called Lebanon, so-called this, so-called that, whatever. Whoever has the equipment. Police with walkie-talkies, whoever, right? What do you think they're going to do to somebody that really they need something from? Like one of your politicians. What do you think they're going to do to them? They would do to them. You think they would do the same thing? They say, listen, you're blocking us getting this $15 billion a year, motherfucker. Right? You get on the phone. You're blocking this $15 billion a year. You understand? You wanna go, blah. You want your phone to go up in your fucking pocket. Alright then, cut it out. Click and hang the phone up. Yeah, he's number one. We unequivocally, unbreakable support. We'll do anything you say. Just don't kill mama. Right? Now you getting it? Stupid. And if that's not you, I'm not talking to you. But now you getting it? Starting to make sense to you? With your